What's up, everybody? Jonathan here with NLA Gaming, and today we're going to be looking at Logging in the Hollers by Mr. T-Bone39. And I have not even seen this map yet, so this is my very first time even jumping in the map and taking a look around. And so let's look at the mini map here for a second. Okay, looks like there's, let's see, I'm seeing, well, how many landings are there? I'm seeing 11, but I don't even see number 1. Let's look at the big map here. Okay, there's number 1. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so there's 11, I guess, little logging areas. And it looks like this, though, is the sawmill. Something like that. Yeah, so right off the bat, you know, this little mini map here, you know, it could, I'm going to have to point him to Catalyzer Gaming's tutorial on how to do the PDA. But anyway, not bad, not bad. Alright, so you start off here in this little area. Looks like you got some storage, and then there's a little office building there, and it's like a shop area there. Yep, and let's see. Looks like that's about it for here. Let's see here. Is there any vehicles? Okay, so I got one tractor there, and that's it. I'm sure where that's at. Over there by. Okay, so sort of in the middle of the map. Alright. So you got one tractor to start with. Looks like there's another little storage shed here, just kind of in the middle of the woods. I don't see any kind of roads anywhere. I guess, okay, here's something. Yeah, so that's sort of a road there. Alright. It doesn't really show up on the map too well, but looks like if we follow this on around. Okay, so here's a little road. Alright. Okay, not bad. You know, if I had to right off the bat here give some pointers, and that would be to put down some grass. You know, this painted on flat land kind of looks oh, I don't know, it's definitely lacking some 3 dimension. So it needs some grass and some bushes and maybe some rocks, stuff like that, to give it some character. But let's see what's up here. Alright, so we just got sort of a flat top up there, which really, you know, you'd have to flatten this out a little bit more, I think. Well, it's not too bad, I guess, but you don't have a whole lot of room to set up a bunch of equipment. And there is, you know, some cliff area down here. Again, I think still missing some details like bushes and grasses and stuff, and some 3-dimensional rocks and things. That's, you know, I put a lot of that stuff into my maps just because I think it looks more polished, and it does take a lot of time. I will admit that it takes a lot of time. And looks like maybe these trees are a little bigger than normal. So, you know, if you're into the big trees, looks like there's plenty of that on the map. Let's see, let me get us a vehicle here. We can go driving around. Yeah, let's change this to black. This will also get us back to the shop area. Okay, so it looks like if we hang a right, there's some sort of a road, looks like dead ahead. See anything. You know, I do like the density of the trees. I think that's a positive. I like a lot of trees. It just, you know, just has a more natural feel to me to do it that way. I'm trying to follow this little area here. I'm not sure what this is in the mini map, but I think maybe at one point he had roads in here. Well, here's something here. Okay, I see now. I just wasn't quite on the. Well, that's not exactly following the mini map either. Yeah, I need to get him on to Catalyzer Gaming's tutorial to get that PDA cleaned up and looking a ton better. And it's pretty easy to do too, so it's not that hard. If you're watching this, Mr. T-Bone, I will put a link to that in the video description. Yeah, see this, if this is supposed to be number 9, see it's not quite matching up with what's on the PDA, and I think I know what happened there, but I'll get you that link to Catalyzer Gaming's PDA. But you know, again, folks, this is his first map, so you know I'm not going to bash it too hard or anything. You know, when you start to compare it with some of the other maps that are out there, you can see some of the major differences. But boy, the trees are thick in here. Golly. That might cause some frame rate issues with some people. Let's see what mine's doing. It's not bad. But yeah, if you look over this way, all them trees, see it, frame rate dropped there when I look back that way. And see it's picking back up again when I move this way because there's not quite as many trees over here. But like I said, I do like a lot of trees, so yeah, and see this isn't even on the map, so I'm gonna have to get him onto that Catalyzer Gaming tutorial, get that PDA looking good. So that's pretty cool though. Got sort of a, you know, hidden away landing sort of. Cut through here. But yeah, again, I think, you know, along these roads especially, and even out into the trees and stuff, you know, I cover my whole area just about with grass, and then I go back and put bushes on top of that. So that just adds a ton more, you know, detail and texture and just overall better look to the map. So I think if that had been done here, it would have improved the look of it tremendously. But, you know, with so many trees, adding a lot of grass and bushes and stuff may not have been a good option. Maybe, I don't know, I don't think the grass and bushes will contribute that much to frame rate drop, but and there's a few rocks, you know, scattered around over there, so that's pretty cool. Big open landings and stuff, you know, so you can really set up a big operation in some of these places. And it just kind of looks like this road loops around, you know. Looks like there's some big landings on the western side of the map and the southern side. One thing I have not found yet, though, is a sawmill area. I wonder where that is at. Because we need a place to sell our logs, but I don't know if there's even a sell point on here, because I think I remember him saying something about having to use placeables. So I guess what you could do is, you know, use the production company or whatever that, I forget what it's called now. You know, those sawmills that are in there, because some of these areas, like this one right here, is plenty big enough to plop down one of them big old sawmills. And you have a perfect spot to, you know, start making some lumber, but then you have to have a place to sell that. So I don't know. I kind of wish that he had set up at least one sawmill with a spot to sell wood chips, you know, stuff like that. Because I think that's, I don't know. You know, there's two ways to look at it. One is to, you know, have, you know, kind of nothing, kind of like almost like Wilhelmina Forest, where you kind of make your own way. Although this one is, you know, does have roads and stuff in here. But I kind of like just me, but I kind of like having a sawmill, you know, already on the map, so you don't have to worry about setting all that up. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to send. Mr. T-Bone, if you're watching this, check the link below in the description. That's Catalyzer Gaming did an excellent tutorial on making a high-quality PDA map for your maps, and I would highly recommend going back and redoing that, because, you know, we're off the map right here, and it's not hard to do either. You can use some free software if you've got Paint.net or maybe a couple other free ones out there. they'll just download those and watch the tutorial that he does, and it'll fix you right up. Okay, so I'm just kind of cutting around through some of this. And you know, like I said, I really would like to see some grass and some bushes and some rocks scattered around. There's a lot of this map is pretty flat too, which, you know, hey, that's fine. I don't mind a flat map. I mean, my plantation map was based off of Louisiana, and you know, we don't have just a ton of terrain around here. There's, you know, you get some spots that are higher or lower or whatever. Let's see, we've already been up here. But you know, if you're just getting into doing some mapping, some modding, whatever, I'd say this is a you know, a very good first attempt, and I would say keep working at it, and you know, just know where to go but up from here. I mean, just pick up little details here or there and add them to your knowledge base, and you just work off of that, and the next one will be even better. I mean, when you look back on Dodson logging for Farming Simulator 17 was the first map I ever did. I really didn't know what I was doing at that point, and I had actually taken another map that was already done and completely stripped it, completely flattened it, and just kind of started over, and sort of learned by looking at what was there already. And let's see, I want to go south, so let's try to make our way this way somewhere. Yeah, see, I know what he did with this PDA. He just zoomed out really far and took a snapshot, but that's not the way to do it. So coming up on landing number 2. This is another good sized landing. I don't think the sawmill will fit in here. Well, maybe, but it's a little bit more room, I think. But yeah, you know, your first map is always going to be, especially if you, well, even if you take another map and you just sort of move stuff around and whatever, there's still stuff to learn, tons of things to learn. And just looking at other people's maps and seeing what they did, I mean, it makes a huge difference. So you can pretty much get the idea of this map. I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't any kind of a sawmill or anything on here. I don't think there is, because I think he had said that you'd have to put down placeables and stuff to sort of make your own sawmill somewhere, which is pretty cool. But you know, I like I said, I like having one on my map already, and when I'm making a map, I like to build a sawmill and put all the little details, the stacks of wood, the trash bins with trash overflowing, and all kinds of neat stuff, and that's what I like to do. Let's see, okay, that's that tractor over there with storage thing. Let's go look over here. This is just another big open landing type area. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay. Alright, so no sawmill. You'll have to drop in some production company mods or something and get you some stuff going. There's a wood chip crusher mod, whatever. There's the sawmill. There's tons of stuff now out for the production company. Just have to build you a little sawmill somewhere. But overall, you know, I would say this isn't a bad first attempt. It's better than some first attempts, I guarantee you that. But I would say, just for me, I would like to see a sawmill already in place, so you don't have to worry about, you know, placing stuff and all that. And I would also like to see more detail with like grass and bushes and rocks and stuff. Maybe some little smaller trees scattered around, like I did on Bear Rock or the plantation, even, just to give it some, you know, a bit more detail and some depth and stuff, some more 3D look to it. This flat ground with just the painted on texture doesn't really do it for me. I mean, it may be fine for everybody else, but I think it just adds so much more to the map whenever you actually put grass on there and bushes and stuff. But I'd say, yeah, it's a good little map. I probably will not play on this myself. I just got too many other maps going on, but not a bad start. I'd say it's a good effort, and keep working at it, and the next one can only be better. So hope y'all enjoyed this tutorial. Well, not tutorial, this overview of logging in the Hollers by Mr. T-Bone39. And I'll catch y'all next time. So thanks for watching.